Under the Consumption Czars theme, the intention here is to play the consumer discretionary space. Let me first tell you why we like consumer discretionary compared to consumer staples, and this has been our sectoral call for a long period. And we have made meaningful returns to the investors by selecting certain stocks in the consumer discretionary space. The reason is that as every economy goes through a different phase of growth and they cross $2,500 per capita income, the growth levels in different consumption baskets change. So consumer staples are generally seen already well penetrated at these levels as the economy touches a $2,500 per capita income, and consumer discretionary starts growing. And this is exactly what happened in China for the last 10-15 years. And various other economies which have gone through this phase this is what has happened. An average family, nuclear family in India, or an average Indian will start spending more towards consumer discretionary items like consumer durables, traveling, QSRs, education, hospitality. So it is predominantly the urban consumption story that we are trying to highlight here. The further refining that we have done is we play small ticket consumer discretionary and not large ticket consumer discretionary. So what is the difference here? We are trying to play dine-out businesses like QSRs. We are trying to play retail apparels of ticket size of spending less than 5,000 rupees, or even consumer durables where the ticket size of spending is less than 30,000 rupees. We are not really pushing ourselves to identify opportunities in the auto sector, which is a passenger vehicle sector, which is slightly on the higher side of consumer discretionary. We try to play them through cycles rather than playing from a long-term opportunity. So the more focus is on the small ticket consumer discretionary space. And here what we have seen is, let me give an example where we have made a lot of money. Titan. See, Titan is an organized retail in the jewelry space, and jewelry space in India is not a fast growing space as such. So it's probably growing in mid-single digit, and Titan has something like a 5 to 6% market share in this. But what we observed in Titan is that Titan can actually start gaining market share from the unorganized players as well as from the weaker competition. If you look at Titan's profitability, it is substantially higher than the next best jeweler in India. And this provides Titan an opportunity to keep on adding new stores first in the metros, then in tier 1 cities, and then into tier 2 cities. Today, as we speak, when we invested into this company, the company had just 100 stores. This was 8 to 9 years back. Today, we see Titan is almost having 400 stores only in Tanishq jewelry. I'm spending a time on jewelry alone because jewelry is where they make a lot of profitability. 90% of profitability comes from here. So from an 100 store jewelry operator, they've now moved to almost 400 stores. This is the kind of growth journey that Titan has seen. So since the company is making good profits, and also there is a large amount of opportunity of shifting from unorganized to organized, the company could make use of this opportunity because they kept adding stores in every new region that they can do without diluting the per store economics. So even today, when we look at it, every store in Titan makes almost 80 to 90 crore sales on an average basis, and they make almost at the store level closer to 15-16% margin, which is a very high margin given that they almost have an inventory turn of around 3 times. So this kind of a profitability helps them to reinvest this money back into the business by adding new stores. They have also made some very interesting investments into Carrot Lane, as well as they are getting now into international businesses. So Titan keeps on identifying new opportunities for them to keep growing in the jewelry business. This is what made this journey of Titan. Titan has already delivered us 10 bagger sort of from the point that we invested into this stock. We see similar opportunities in other retail companies also in India. We have some 2-3 other stocks also to speak about. But just for an example, we wanted to discuss on Titan.